Hey guys, it's your girl Lavonda, your host for Let's Talk About It. Somebody's got to say it. I just had to jump back on real quick because I did leave out something that was kind of important because a lot of relationships struggle in this area because, like I said, what doesn't matter to you matters to them. I'm going to go to a topic that a lot of people don't like to talk about when it comes to that. In the bedroom. If your sex life has gone down, think about why. Don't get frustrated. Don't get upset or anything. Just think about what is not being done. Because sometimes people think that what pleased another person or work for another person will work for their mate. Think about it. If you were in a relationship and somebody cheated on you, could it have been that they were not sexually satisfied? Is why they reached out for that somewhere else? You could be doing everything right. You could be taking care of home, taking care of business, kids, working hard, no drama or whatever. But like I said, you got to think about the little things. It's things that matter to the other person that doesn't matter to you. It may be a certain touch that the other person desires that you're not doing that turns them on. Or a position, or thinking outside the box, playing little games, or something that'll arouse your partner. So don't think about the fact that nobody ever brought that to your attention in your other relationships. They just may dealt with it just to get it out of the way. Or go ahead and do it just because they're tired of you nagging them about it or getting agitated about it. Had it ever occurred to you that it may not work for them? So pride and ego aside, learn to listen to the moans and groans of your mate to see if they're just going along with it or if they're actually turned on. Now, I'm not going to dive too deep into that because I can take that on a whole nother level. But just think about it and remember, just because it worked for somebody else doesn't mean it'll work for your mate. And like I said, the other person probably didn't want to hurt your ego or your pride. They want to stroke your ego and make you think that you were doing something when you really weren't. So, don't be afraid to talk to your mate. If you were doing it 3 or 4 times a week and now you're doing it once or twice every 2 weeks, 3 weeks or whatever, maybe it's because you did or said something that turned them off or turned the mood and they just don't want to get into it. Or maybe it's because you're stuck in your old mindset thinking that what you did back then works for your mate now. Everybody's different. So what worked for the next person may not work for the person that you're dealing with now. So think about that. Take it into consideration. And if need be, have a sit down to find out what is the root of the problem. It is not because your mate doesn't desire you. Maybe it's because they're not sexually pleased. Think about it. That's it for today. And remember, talk about it. Because what you think doesn't matter to them matters. Have a great day.